Hello and welcome to my study channel Study Lead. Dear students of class 7, today I am here with a fresh new chapter to discuss with you, and that is a gift of chappals. This story has been taken from the NCERT textbook of class 7th, and today I am going to narrate this story to you, and I hope you all will be enjoying it very much. I'll be telling you the characters involved in the story as well as the theme of the story, and at last I would also be trying to give you a short summary of this so that you can prepare your notes and prepare yourself for your examinations also. So without any delay, let us move into the story. So dear children, as far as the theme of this particular story is concerned, this is the story about a small girl and her cousins who displayed humanity in true sense by helping a beggar by gifting him a pair of chappals. They even proved their deeds superior to the elders by feeding and taking care of a young kitten without the knowledge of their elders. The children proved that we all can help others. It does not require your money and power, it simply requires a good heart. Helping others is a virtuous act, and it was provided here by the children, it was proved here by the students and the children. So my dear children, this is really a very beautiful story, especially for young learners like you people, because at this very tender age, at the age of 13, 14, 15, and in the adolescence period, this is the best time to do some charity. This is the best time to shape your character, mold your character, and become a good personality in life. But what happens in our society? We have elders at home, we have elders in the society who try to teach us very good things, good moral values, but at the same time they do not follow the same thing. For example, in the story, while we'll be going through it, we will find that the family members of these children, they asked them to be kind to the animals. But when the children found a small kitten and wanted it to bring it to the house, they were not being allowed by it. So this shows that this happens in the society also. Okay, the parents may be asking us not to do something, but the parents themselves are doing the same thing, they are repeating the same mistakes. So it happens in the society, but you should not be demotivated by it, my dear children. Rather, we should be firm in our determination, we should be fixed in our determination, and we should always try to do something good in our life. And to be good, to donate others, to help others, to do some charity, you don't really need power and money and all these things. What you need is really interest in your mind. Use a wholehearted interest in your mind should be there. If you really want to do it, if you really desire to help somebody, then obviously a way will be opening for you. That is why there is a beautiful sayings in English, where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Jaha chaha, waha raha. If you want to do something, if you want to help someone, then definitely God will provide you a way. He will open a new way for you. He'll be giving you a new idea to do that particular act. So let us see what are the characters involved in this particular story. So as far as the characters are concerned, there you will find many minor characters are involved in the story. I have not written much about them, but as you go through the text, you will be getting more informations about them. I have tried to make it as precise as possible so that the video is doesn't become a long one and doesn't become too time consuming for you all. So let us see what are the characters in this particular story. The first character that you will encounter here is Mridu. The Mridu is a young girl who lived with her grandparents in Madras. Madras means the present name of Madras city is Chennai. Number two, Mina and Rabi. Who are Mina and Rabi? Along with Mina and Rabi, I would like to introduce Lalli also. Lalli here you can see in the point number 7, I have mentioned about this character. Mina, Rabi, and Lalli, these three are siblings. These three are siblings and they are the cousins of Mridu. They are the cousins of Mridu. Next, number 3, Rukkumanni. Who is Rukkumanni here? Rukkumanni is actually the mother of Meena, Rabi and Lalli, and she is also the aunt of Mridu. And by the way, in this particular story, you will come to know that Mridu is visiting Rukkumanni's house. She is coming in the evening and she wants to spend some time with her cousins also. So there, all these things will happen. The plot of the story will be taking place there. Okay, so you will get to know about more. And by the way, she was a very strict mother, like other mothers. Perhaps I believe that your mothers also are very strict. Okay, and they should be also. Then only you will become a good person in life. Okay, she did not like pets and beggars. Two things are mentioned here. Although she teaches her children to be kind to pets, to be kind to others, but she does not follow it in her life. She dislikes pets and beggars. She doesn't want beggars to come and beg in front of her house. She doesn't want the pets to be kept inside the house. Okay, so these are the two qualities that she is displaying in the story. Next is Mahendran. Who is Mahendran? Actually, Mahendran is the kitten which was secretly kept by Meena and Rabi. Okay, Meena and Rabi had kept a small kitten secretly in their backyard. Backyard means आंगन में, जिसको in Hindi we say आंगन में. They had kept it very secretly so that none of the family members had any idea about it. उन्होंने फैमिली से बचा कर रखा था. They had kept it as a secret. Even they used to give the food, they used to bring milk for the kitten, and nobody in the family knew about it. Okay. Next, you will find the one more character that will be appearing in this particular story, that is a beggar. Okay, and he's also a very good character over here. The writer has beautifully portrayed him. So the beggar was gifted a pair of chappals by Meena and Rabi. From this particular charity, the title of the story has been taken. Okay, so when the beggar came to the house of Meena and Rabi, okay, and they found some blisters in his feet. They found that he was not wearing a sandal. He didn't have a sandal for him. So they decided to give him or gift him a pair of old sandals. Okay, and finally they managed it. They were small kids. They didn't have money to give him. They didn't have any other way. So simply they managed it somehow. They found a old kind of sandals lying inside the house, so they just gifted it to the beggar. From this particular charity, from this particular gift, the story title has been taken, a pair of chappals, a gift of chappals. Next, here you find a music teacher also involved in this. Actually, the music teacher used to come to Meena and Rabi's house to teach music to Lalli. Lalli is a school going girl. She is very small. Okay, and she is the younger sister of Meena and Rabi, and she has been learning violin. Okay, and this music teacher comes to teach violin to Lalli every day. So with this, let us move into the summary of the story. Now I'll be trying to cover it as soon as possible. So if you want to understand it more deeply and effectively, then you must listen to the video again and again. Maybe one time, two time, or three times you have to watch the video and note down the points that I have mentioned over here. So this would make your learning effective and easy. So as far as the summary is concerned, let us go into it. Mridu lived with her grandparents in Chennai. Once she visited her aunt Rukkumanni's house and met her cousins Meena, Rabi and Lily. Okay, so as I had told you in the beginning, that she is visiting her aunt's house, Rukkumanni's house, and there she would meet her three cousins Meena, Rabi and Lily. Meena and Rabi revealed her a secret that they had in their backyard. It was a small kitten, Mahendran, as named after the lions of Pallava dynasty. So there, when actually Mridu came to the house of Meena and Rabi, they were also small kids like Mridu. So means as soon as she came, they took her to the backyard and they started showing her the secret place of their kitten. They had hidden it in a football. They had hidden it in a football, and every day they would bring milk and food for the kitten, and they used to take care of it very much. Okay, and by the way, Rabi has given a very peculiar name of the pet also. Okay, you might have heard about Kitty and some other beautiful names being kept for the pets, but here the name of the pet kept by Rabi is Mahendran. Okay, and he believes that he looks like a lion. Okay, he looks like a lion, which was used by the Pallava dynasty. In the Pallava is a dynasty. If you study history, then I think you will come across, you will come to know about the Pallava dynasty. They used to rule in the South India. They didn't come over the North India. Okay, so if you read the South Indian history, there you will find that they were very much influencing, they were very much effective. Okay, so they used to rule in those days, and in their emblem, in the emblem of the Pallava dynasty, there you will find a big lion. And this particular Mahendra, this small cat, seems to be a miniature, seems to be a small size of that particular lion. That's why he has named it Mahendran. Okay, he has named it Mahendran, and this is the idea of Rabi. So Rabi explained all these things, means why he has named it Mahendran to Mridu also. And Mridu, after knowing this fact, she appreciated her, she appreciated his knowledge about the history also. Now let us see what is happening here. They fed the cat with milk, and Didi not take it into the house, as the elders called it a dirty creature. Rabi was upset about it, as his elders taught him to be kind to animals, but they never did. Mridu liked their idea of keeping a cat secretly, and she also liked the beautiful name given to the kitten. Rabi believed that his cat is a descendant of a cat goddess Bastard. I told you that Rabi loved the cat very much, Rabi loved the kitten very much, and I think he might have discovered it in the backyard. That's why he had kept it very secretly with the help of his sister Meena. Okay, both of them used to take care of it. So, what is happening here? They told Mridu that our elders in the family, they teach us to be kind to the animals, but the very fact is that when we want to take a small pet into our house, they say that the kittens, the cat, the dogs are all dirty creatures. They are all dirty animals, and they should not be kept inside the house. So that is why we had no other way except keeping it outside the house. So that's why we have been taking care of it for the last few days. In this way, Mridu was explained by her cousins Meena and Rabi. Now let us see what is happening here. While informing Mridu about his kitten in the backyard, Rabi heard a crunch sound coming from the window. Mridu was shocked, and Mahendra got afraid of it and jumped up. When they tried to find the truth, they discovered that it was Lally's violin, which she held awkwardly. She was seen learning with her music teacher. The music teacher was bald, or a gold chain and a ring. So here comes a beautiful moment here. A very light moment is there. Means all of a sudden, when they were in the backyard and were playing and discussing about the Mahendran, okay, at this moment they heard a peculiar noise. They heard a voice, they heard a noise, a crunch sound came, and all of a sudden Mridu also got terrified. She got shocked, and Mahendran, the little kitten, the beautiful kitten, she got terrified. She got afraid of that particular sound. And when they wanted to know where from the sound was coming, they got to know that it was the sound coming from the violin played by their little sister Lally. Lally was a young learner. She was not much perfect in the strings. So when she used to play the violin, she used to make different kinds of sounds. But whenever her teacher would play the violin, oh, definitely in the book it is written that her teacher was really a talented music teacher. He would play so beautifully that everybody will get attracted towards his tune. So, but unfortunately, that day the crick sound had come from the violin played by Lally. Okay, so now let us move. What is happening here? What happens next? By this time, at this moment, Rukkumani found a beggar in their garden and instructed Rabi to send him away. On hearing this, the beggar, who was comfortable under the neem tree, turned to the house and called for the lady with the expectation of some food. Rukkumani instructed Rabi to send him away loudly, and it was loud enough to be heard by the beggar. The beggar requested Rabi to allow him to take some rest there as he had blisters in his feet. Now, at this moment, when the children were playing there in the house, at this moment, Rukkumani found that a beggar was there who was taking shelter under a neem tree. And she thought that this beggar is definitely going to come to my house. Okay, and having nothing in her kitchen at that particular moment, she did not want the beggar to come and ask for some help or ask for some food. So she instructed her son Rabi to inform the beggar to go away. But by the way, she was speaking so loudly that even the beggar could hear her voice. So Rabi didn't have to repeat it. रबी बोलने से पहले ही बेगार ने सुन लिया था कि उसको भगाओ. You send him away. This was the instruction given by Rukkumani to her son Rabi. So the beggar got to know. But the beggar requested the children. They requested the children that he has got blisters in his feet and he is unable to walk properly in the scorching heat. So he wanted to take some rest. So he requested the children to allow him to sit under the shadow for a few minutes so that as he feels comfortable, he would be leaving their house and would be going to his destiny. Now let us see what is happening. The children could not see these blisters and felt pain for the beggar. They decided to gift him a pair of old chappals. This happens with every child. Okay, this happens with every child. That's why we say that every child is born with a golden heart. Every child is born with a golden heart. But as time passes by, as you grow older and older and older, then what happens, gradually you starts developing negativity in mind. You starts developing bad attitudes, bad habits in your life, and you change your personality. But actually, each and every child is born with compassion. They're born with some sympathy in their heart. They're born with the attitude of charity, with a very good attitude to help others. Now, when these three small children, Mridu, Meena, and Rabi, found the blisters in the feet of the beggar, they felt very much sorry for this man, but they thought in what way they can help this beggar. They are very small, they are not earning, they're not even doing jobs, they're in the schools now. So, in what way they can help the beggar? So, they started thinking over it, and finally, they got an idea. What was the idea they got? They thought that if we gift a pair of sandals to this beggar, then I think he would not feel the pain in his feet again. So all of a sudden they started looking for a old pair of sandals in their house, and at this very moment a very funny incident takes place. What happens, they found a pair of sandals lying outside the house. It was completely covered with dust. It looked very shabby, it looked dirty. Okay, so without asking anybody in the house, they simply brought it and gifted it to the beggar. But later on, when the beggar went on with that particular gifted sandals, now comes the twist in the story. Now, when the music teacher came out and started searching for his sandals, he found it nowhere. He found it nowhere. And finally, Rukkumani got to know that the three children have given it to the beggar. Then she got very much humiliated. She felt very much bad for that particular teacher. Now he is a respectable man. He comes to teach his her daughter, so how can she allow that particular teacher to go barefooted? So she arranged a new pair of sandal that was there inside the house. Okay, and that new sandal was of which family member? That belonged to Gopu. That belonged to Gopu or Gopi. And Gopi on that particular day had gone to the office without this particular sandal or without this particular chappal. That's why luckily there was a good pair of sandals lying inside the house, and Rukumani tried to manage it. She went into the room, brought it, and gave it to the teacher. So initially the teacher hesitated to take it, but he was very much happy in his mind. He thought that, oh, I lost my old one, but I have been gifted a new pair of sandals. So he just pretended to be upset, but actually he was very much happy inside his mind. Okay, so with this, now the turn of the children is over. Now the children have already gifted it, they have done their part. Now the real challenge is coming to Rukumani. Now Rukumani is in a problem. Now she started thinking, what reply I shall give to Gopi when he comes back from the office and he will be asking me for his sandals. Then she started thinking about some ideas, means how to tell Gopi a lie so that he would believe in my that particular activity and he won't suspect my children. So with this we have come to the end of this discussion. So my dear children, I hope you all have enjoyed it, you all have understood the story. Now I would like to request you all to kindly read the text and watch the video again so that the learning would be permanent. Thank you.